Excellent. Rightio, well I hope everybody's having a lovely Sunday afternoon. Thanks for joining us. So we'll get started. My name's Gemma and I'm the team leader for Team Thermofans, which is the beautiful mid-North Coast, North Coast and far North Coast Thermomix team. So is Janelle my only consultant on? Shane, maybe? I've got Shane helping in the control panel today, but thanks so much Janelle for hopping on. If you could just monitor the chat, but we do have the lovely Lisa from Armidale consultant on as well. So thanks so much for joining us, ladies and gents, if we've got any gents. Today we've got to have a really quick, easy meal made in the Thermomix, and we're going to let you know how you can get a Thermomix in your life if you don't already have one. For those of you who've already got a Thermomix, type in the chat and let me know what you've been cooking in your Thermomix, or maybe one of your favourite things to make in your Thermomix. Today we're going to make a really simple pizza and the chicken teriyaki, which is a meal that you can have on the table in, I don't know, about less than 20 minutes. So it's one of our family favourites in our house when we are in a bit of a rush, or when we just, you know, don't want to spend too long in the kitchen. So without further ado, we might get started. Have we got everybody in and you reckon to get started, Shane?
No one else waiting.
Excellent, rightio. So before we get started, I will let you know the first little bit of our presentation, maybe. There we go. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Shane. So the price of the Thermomix is $2,359. Now there are lots of payment options and I will go through them at the end of the cooking experience today. And of course, you're always best to chat to your consultant that invited you along if you've got any specific questions about payment options. But I'm happy to stay on at the end if anybody's got any little questions that they don't want to ask the whole group. And because it is August, we do have a special offer for August. And I'm happy to say that the August special is a great one. And I've just realised, Shane, I haven't got my 2.6 litre thermo server downstairs yet. So you might have to run up and get that for me when you put me back on the camera. But this month you do get a free 2.6 litre thermo server and the lovely, which it is a really lovely, the anniversary cookbook, which is a beautiful hardcover book. And you also always get, I'm on the wrong side, that side, the basic cookbook as well. So this month, when you buy a Thermomix, you'll actually end up with two really nice hardcover books to go with it. So that's what we've got on offer. Like I said, at the end of the cooking experience, I will go through the payment options and all of that with you. But now I've sent Shane upstairs to get me a thermo server because I am going to use the thermo server in today's cooking experience. But I want him now to show you the screen because I want to show you how I've actually told the Thermomix what we're having today. Thank you, darling. So I have told the Thermomix what we're having. Thank you, darling. And all I need to do is go into my week, which is just there, and you can see that it knows what we're having today. And I've also done a meal plan for the rest of the week until Wednesday as well. So you can actually just go straight into your recipes that way. And I will explain a little bit more to you later when we've got the chicken cooking about how you actually find those recipes and all about that. So the first thing I'm going to do today is make the pizza dough. So I've just popped in our basic pizza dough recipe and I'm going to click there and I'm just going to hit start cooking. Okay, so now it tells you to lightly grease a bowl. We don't need to do that because we are going to use a thermomat, which I'll show you. It's like you get $1 for every time I say I'll show you that later today. I feel like I'm repeating myself. Rightio, so now I've got my scales. I'll just tear back to 0 and I'll pour in my water. So the great thing about the Thermomix is that you don't need to have measuring jugs and spoons and all that kind of stuff. It's just straight in and you can weigh it in. Okay, I'm going a teaspoon of sugar. Who did we just enter then? Shane Pants?
Kurt.
Who?
Kurt.
Kurt. Hi, Kurt. And the next step, I just go next, and then we've got 2 teaspoons of yeast. Okay, and then we just pop the lid on. And now that's just going to mix that, as you can see on the screen, for 20 seconds, just on speed 2. So it's just going to mix that sugar and that yeast in with the water. Okay, so everybody's on mute at the moment, but if you want to come off mute and ask a question, just find your little unmute microphone, and you can ask questions, or if you would prefer, type them in the chat and Janelle or Shane will yell them out to me. So that's our 20 seconds up there, and now we pop in our flour. So we just go back to 0 on our scales and we'll weigh in our flour. And what did Janelle say? The pizza dough is fabulous, quick and easy. It really is, Janelle, isn't it? You can have it cooked nearly as quick as ringing up and ordering one, and a lot cheaper. Okay, I need a bigger spoon. There we go. Lovely, and some oil. And as you can see, you can just pour that straight in, watch the scales, and Bob's your uncle. Oops, I went a bit over. A little bit extra, that's okay. And some salt. Don't worry about measuring that, just a good bit of salt. And then we're going to put our lid back on, and now we're going to knead that for 2 minutes. So it's already found the kneading function for me because I'm in a guided recipe, and I'm just going to turn the dial and that's going to start kneading. So I'd love to hear the Thermomix owners on. Let me know what you've been making in your Thermomix. And for those of you who don't have a Thermomix, any questions that you've got, keep them coming in the chat. Be happy to answer them for you as well. And because we're being live on the on cooking today, I have actually already made a pizza dough, so I am going to actually show you it completely completed as well. So I've got my rose gold pizza tray. Now you can get these at the mix shop, and also my oil spritzer also from the mix shop. So I'm just giving that a bit of an oil, and I'm just giving my my dough mat a little bit of an oil as well. You can also get these ones at the mix shop as well, but these are actually one of our host rewards as well. So speak to your consultant if you haven't got a bread mat, because you really need a bread mat in your life if you're going to be making doughs or breads or whatever. Now, Lisa, do you use this dough for anything other than just a traditional pizza? Well, you can actually use this dough, Lisa. That's a really good question. You can use this dough for just about anything because it's a very versatile dough. So I often make scrolls or pizza pockets or just regular pizza. There's even the pizza sun that's actually in the new cookbook. That's just it's a basic pizza dough, but you just do a couple of things with it. You break it in half and make it look all pretty, and it turns it into a beautiful sun. And have you made that yet, Janelle? Have you made the pizza sun yet? It's a really good one. And Bron, when you're making yogurt, slow cooked lamb, oh, how good is the slow cooked lamb? Excellent. Rightio, so there's our pizza, thanks Shane. There's our pizza dough. So we're just going to pop that onto the mat. The slow cooked lamb, I'm hoping I'm thinking of the same recipe that you are, Bronwyn. The slow cooked lamb ragu is probably one of the nicest things I've had in the Thermomix. I love it. Scrolls are great to take to school. Yeah, the scrolls work really well with this recipe as well. So there's lots that you can do with that. So then you just wrap that up in your bread mat like that. And then you can just pop that somewhere warm to prove, okay? But in the interest of time, I've already got one here that we have proved. Look at that, it's magic, isn't it? And I didn't oil this bread mat before I started. So my tip when you're doing this is just to put a little bit of oil on your bread mat so that it doesn't stick, or you can use flour as well. That's the, most people use flour. I like oil because it just doesn't go everywhere. But I forgot to do that today when I put this one in. But that's okay. You can always just slide it off with your spatula and a little bit of oil on your fingers. And there we go. There we go. So that's nicely proved. It's probably almost doubled. It could probably prove for a little bit longer. You can't, you could probably prove it a little bit longer. I'm going to keep one. This dough makes two nice size pizzas, so I'm going to keep one for later when the kids come home, and I'm going to cook one now. And I'm just going to have, we're just going to have a very basic pizza today, which is just going to be cheese. And I am going to grate that in the Thermomix. So firstly, I'm going to roll this out. So the good thing about this is one of the new bread mats, and the good thing about it is that it actually has the lines on there. So it's really handy for me because I struggle to keep things in a circle. Were you trying to tell me something there, Shane? Sorry?
You're right.
I'm right. Okay, thanks. A man who made pizza told me at a demo once that I shouldn't struggle with putting it into a circle. As long as I start with a nice ball of dough, it's easy to roll into a circle. So I think my ball of dough needs work, but that's okay. It still tastes good even if it doesn't, if it's not perfectly round. Rightio. So then I'm just going to pop that onto my pizza tray, like so. And sit that aside for 1 second whilst I make some grated cheese. And I'm just going to wrap that one up for later as well. And it won't really matter how long they wait to be used. Obviously you can overprove them, but oh, Janelle said her internet is flipping in and out. That's okay. Keep it rustic, exactly. You don't want people to think that you bought it. It can't be too perfect because you've got to keep that you know, the element of, you know, knowing that it's homemade. Rightio, so I'm just going to grate some cheese. Now, Shane, I shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth, but Shane did prep these for me and he made them a little bit big, but that's okay. Chunks of cheese, about that size. Why am I so red, Shane? You just made me look like a red Smurf all of a sudden. But anyway, chunks of cheese about that big. You can chuck them into the Thermomix. And you really only want to do about half a block. They say 300 grams. I reckon half a block's okay at a time. And you just want to go up to about speed 9. And you can just take the lid off and have a little look in there. And as soon as you're happy with the consistency, then you can just open that up and pour that out. So there's your grated cheese, which I will keep that for later. I'll pop that in the freezer. Now I normally do that and then do the other half of the block straight away, and then I can freeze what I don't use so that it doesn't go moldy or anything like that. And you could do a mixture of cheeses, yeah, definitely. You can pop a bit of mozzarella in there, or you could put some parmesan in there. It wouldn't matter. Okay, so now this is just going to be plain cheese on this pizza. So we won't need all this cheese either. Now, was there another question there other than... Oh, marshmallows. Tell me about marshmallows, Bron. What have you... I haven't made marshmallow in the Thermomix, but it sounds like something I need to try.
I just used the recipe off the Cookidoo. It's great.
Ah, rightio. And it's easy, is it?
That's really easy. I think the hardest part is just waiting for it to cool down before you...
Oh, very good. Before you have some. Excellent. Rightio. So then our cheese pizza is in the oven, and we've got the other half of the dough ready to use for something else. Now, if you didn't need to do 2 pizzas, which most families, I guess 2 pizzas would be quite good for, but if you were just cooking for yourself, say, you could put that in the freezer or the fridge you could put it in the fridge for a couple of, maybe 2 days, or you could put it in the freezer, for 3 months. So you don't have to use it all if you don't want to as well. Now, because I'm very lucky, I've got a second bowl, so I don't even have to do the washing up, but you can imagine that if you were to wash up, you could quickly wash that bowl up, the cheese out of it, and then you could get started on your next dish, which is the chicken teriyaki. So again, I just go, thanks Shane, week, and I choose chicken teriyaki, and I hit start cooking. Now, the first thing we do is put our olive oil in. And the chicken. Oops, that's a bit extra, but that's okay. A little bit extra is okay, isn't it, Shane? Sorry? Shane decided that he's going to start a drinking competition. Every time I say a little bit extra, he's going to have a drink, but it's only ginger beer, so it will be fine. We'll have him till the end. Rightio. Now, I didn't actually weigh that because I know that that was the right amount. Splash guard, where is it? Thank you, Shane. And splash guard on so that you don't have any hot fat coming out of the hole, but the hole is still open. Okay, so now that is going to actually go into our high heat function. Now, this is one of the great things. There's lots of great things about the TM6, but one of the great things about the TM6 is it has got the high heat function, which gets your Thermomix hotter than ever before, and it really caramelizes those meats and stuff like that. So we've got high heat for 5 minutes, and let me just check the chat while we're doing that. You could do a mixture of cheeses, yes. And Janelle says, honest to goodness, this is a delicious dish. The chicken teriyaki, yes, it really is, isn't it? It's funny because Janelle puts on Facebook that she's cooked the chicken teriyaki, and then that reminds me that we should have it. So then we have it the next night or the night after because it always reminds me about it. But today I wanted to just do something like some quick things in the Thermomix that are things that we do all the time. So I know sometimes I get a little bit carried away in my virtual cooking experiences, and I, have a couple of things going and all that. But really, how we normally use the Thermomix is just the quick, easy, easy to do things. So this 5 minute step, I could actually be left the Thermomix and be tending to the kids or getting the veggies prepped if I didn't have Shane to prep the veggies for me. I could be doing that now. So you don't have any wasted time of just standing around waiting for the Thermomix. There's always something else that you could be doing. And Lisa says she loves that you don't have to be standing over the stove. Oh, exactly. I don't know how people do it. But anyway, Shane, we might just show Cookidoo quickly while we've only got 3 minutes, but we'll show you Cookidoo. So before, when I said that I've already got my recipes, the Thermomix already knows what I'm cooking, that's because I've gone into my cookidoo.com.au, which is your one-stop shop for all your Thermomix recipes. So I've gone into my Cookidoo and I've made myself a meal plan, and then we did ourselves a shopping list. So then you could actually tick off what you've got and then go to the shops and buy your ingredients. And you can also do shopping online as well, but I will get to that in a sec. So when you're in cookidoo.com.au, and by the way, you can sign up for a free 1 month trial of that. So if you don't have a Thermomix yet and you're thinking, I'd like to have a look at the recipes, then just go to cookidoo.com.au, sign up for your free month, and then you'll be able to have a look at all the recipes and see if it's something that you think that you would make. So yeah, so this is the meal plan. This is what the meal plan looks like. And then from there, you can go to shopping list and you can then do online shopping. And we also have the app that's really good if you're, in Woolworths and you want to I don't know, think, oh, you know, this chicken's on special or something like that, you can quickly type that into your Cookidoo app and it will show you some recipes that you might be able to use for that. Now, on Cookidoo, every month, we do run a Cookidoo session. This month is the 18th of August, I think, and it is a nighttime session, so it's a 7:30 session. So if you've got a Thermomix and you want a little bit, few more pointers on how to use Cookidoo and just need some help with meal planning or even just sharing recipes, everybody tells us their favourite recipe when we're on these sessions as well. They only go for about 30 minutes, but they're really, really good sessions as well. Lisa says she loves how endless the recipes are, always something new to try, always new ways to be creative. Yes, that is so true. We were having breakfast this morning and I was deciding what was going to go into the meal plan for the week, and I've added 2 things that I've never tried before for next week. So I'm looking forward to that. So you don't just get bored with the same stuff, even though chicken teriyaki needs to be on the list because it's so great. And you like to be able to search when you're out. Yeah, it's so good, isn't it? You can type in, you can make your own little recipe groups. So, you know, if you want to just cook something quickly that you know is a winner and you know that, you know, your family like, have a list of those recipes. But then if you're bored and you want to have a really good look through, you can really get caught up in there. It's a little bit like Facebook. You can go on there and then the next minute you're down a rabbit hole looking at a collection and then looking at another one. And yeah, it's lots of fun to find new things to cook as well. Rightio. So now that's our chicken done. So this is where your thermo server that you're going to get free this month. So if you don't have a Thermomix, Thermo server comes free this month. If you do have a Thermomix and you don't have a thermo server, then good news that you are okay as well. We give these away for hosting a demonstration. So just inviting people along to these demonstrations or hosting your own demonstration with your consultant can get you one of these either discounted or for free. So, okay, so you pour out all of that and you give it a little scrape and get all that chicken in there and then pop that on there and like so. And keep the chicken hot in that for the time being. Okay, tells you to scrape down the side. So there's nothing that you need to know how to do. Now where's my onion? There we go. Rightio, so now we're going in with our onion or eschalot. I'm just using onion. And we've got our capsicum. I love how this is all chopped up so little and lovely. Thanks, Shane. And our carrot. Oops, I've just thrown a piece of carrot across the room, but that's okay. We'll get that a bit later. Okay, and snow peas. Only 30 grams of snow peas, which I would normally put in a few more when I'm making it at home, but that's okay. Did I go past one? No, there we go. And the broccoli. And some olive oil. You probably don't need to put as much olive oil in if you don't want to, but there we go. You really are in control when you're cooking with your Thermomix as well. So depending on what you want, like I said, I'd put more snow peas in that normally. Splash guard, thank you, Shane. And we're going to now cook that for 5 minutes. So again, it's another high heat one. So it's just cooking that at full capacity. And it doesn't matter if you spill something on your screen. I just did that just to show you that you can just wipe that off. Because I like to show you what you can and can't do. Beans are good in this dish as well. You really, if you wanted to, you could do this if you wanted to up the vegetable content of this, which I think it's a good amount. The recipe's a good even amount with the 250 grams of chicken and this much veg. But if you wanted to do double, you could just go back and do another 250 grams of the chicken and then double your veg and do it again. So it would work out doing this double. I've never had to do that because it's plenty for our family. But if you wanted to do that, you could. But yes, we love putting extra vegetables in things, don't we, Janelle? And someone said they love their thermoserver. The thermoserver is, I think, yeah, you have to, if you have a Thermomix, you have to have a thermoserver. That's why I was so excited when August's special was announced, because yes, back in the olden days, you used to have to host a demonstration to get your free thermoserver once you got a Thermomix. And we kind of forgot about that, or we didn't forget about it. It changed, our specials and stuff changed. And some people have had their Thermomix for ages and still don't have a thermoserver. So if you don't have a thermoserver, talk to your consultant, because she'll be more than happy to help you get one of those as well. Now, did someone say if you chop it like that, you can get Thermomix to chop it for you? This recipe, it asks for things to be chopped. If you were going to get the Thermomix to chop it for you, it wouldn't be as uniform. So you could have roughly chopped vegetables in there, but it wouldn't be as nice as chopping them yourself for this recipe. Normally, the Thermomix does it for you if you want it little, but yeah, you're best to get your sous chef to chop these ones up for this one. And this recipe serves about, I think it says 4 in the recipe. So yeah, 6 at a stretch with a side dish. Well, and I normally serve this with rice. So I normally make my steamed rice first, pop it in my thermoserver and keep it hot, and then do this. And with this and rice, it's plenty for us. We're a family of 5. There's always leftovers as well. So, and someone else was telling me that they do it with Hokkien noodles, and they just do the Hokkien noodles with boiling water out of the jug at the side of this. So they can still get their whole meal done in the 20 minutes as well. Shane, can you just scroll up, because I can't see the comments before the one I could just see now. Nobody was talking to me, then everybody talked at the same time. Oh no, I did see that. Beans are good, yes. Go up a little bit for me, Dolly. Excellent. Yeah, Lisa, have you made this?
No, I haven't, Gemma.
Oh, okay. No, that's okay, because when I seen it, you were the one that asked about chopping. I haven't actually tried it with the Thermomix chopping the vegetables, because, like I said, I feel like they would be too little for this. It would be more like mash rather than actual stir fry, because this is like a stir fry, how this comes out. So yeah, but let me know if you try it. Let me know, because I'd like to be proven wrong on that, because then it could even be quicker getting the chicken teriyaki on the plate. So if anybody knows how to do that, I'd be more than happy to hear about that as well. Rightio. What else, Shane? Let's talk about host rewards, because I've said that you can get a thermoserver, but you don't have to have a thermoserver. So there is other things that you can get, or other thermoservers that you can get, and the bread mat and the oven mat come as a duo. So just for inviting somebody, or inviting 2 people to come to our virtual cooking experiences and talk to your consultant. We've got virtual things happening left, right and centre at the moment. We've got half of our branches in lockdown, and you know, we're all online and doing stuff. So speak to your consultant about inviting 2 people to something if you don't have either the bread mat or your thermoservers. And just for inviting 2 people, you can get the host price, which is, for this one, is $30, and obviously free if one of your friends decides to buy the Thermomix as well. And it is a ripper for yogurt. The white thermoserver is great. Rightio, so now my veggies are done. Back to me, Shane. Thank you. And I'm going to add them into my chicken. And I'm just going to grab them out. And then I'm going to make my sauce. And I'm going to get my lid on there nicely and quick, because we want to keep as much heat in there as we can. And we've scraped down the sides, and we do not clean the mixing bowl. So you've got a little bit of browning and stuff there. you do not clean your mixing bowl because your next step actually deglazes the bowl for you. So now in here, I'm going to put in my ginger. So just a little piece of ginger and 10 grams of garlic, which is 6 cloves. It's a bit less than that, but that's okay. A little bit extra doesn't matter. And we chop them up on speed 7. Where's my MC? Anyone? Can anyone see the MC? I'll just leave my hand here. Where is it, darling? Okay, that's fine. You can always just use your hand as the MC. Please don't ever try that if you're like blending soup or something like that. But I knew that that wasn't going to hurt me. Okay. And scrape down the sides. So you can see there that you've got your garlic and your gingers all thrown up onto the sides and it's all nice and little. Can you grab me an MC, Shane? Maybe in the sink, just needs a rinse. I don't know where the other one is. Rightio. Now we put in our tamari. Don't know what I'd do without you, Shane. Oh, a little bit extra, that's okay. And some honey. So this is just your sauce for your, oh, look at that. Oh, 32, that's okay. Just want to get that last bit of honey off there. I would normally put that in my mouth and eat that last bit of honey, but I won't do that because, you know, trying to keep it professional today. And the corn flour in the water. Oh no, you just put the corn flour and the water in separate. Okay, good. Did you measure this, Shane? 2 teaspoons of corn flour. This seems like more than 2 teaspoons of corn flour. Did you do 2 tablespoons, darling? Oh, it's hard to get good help, I tell you what.
Big teaspoons because you're going to leave some in the bowl.
And water. 2 teaspoons of water. You reckon that's 2 teaspoons? Oh dear, I'm trusting you. Okay, now that's all. That's it, all the ingredients. So make sure all your ginger and garlic is down into your bowl. And you give that a whirl. And where did you put the MC? Thank you. Oh, there we go. As quick as you can. Don't try that at home, okay? When you get your Thermomix, don't put your hand on there and say Gemma said it's okay to put your hand there, okay? A little bit more is too funny. We're going to start a drinking game. Every time I say a little bit more is okay, everybody has to drink. It's going to be a new prerequisite for coming to our cooking experiences. Rightio, so now this is literally going to cook for 3 minutes. So in 3 minutes, I'm going to tell you how you're going to pay for your Thermomix because that's the most important thing. Of course you want a Thermomix, but how are you going to buy a Thermomix? So, thank you, Shane. And I'm just checking my pizza. Oh, sorry, Shane, back to me. The pizza's ready. Oh, look at that. Yum-o. Can you see that? Yeah, okay, so that's perfect, even if I do say myself. And I'm just going to whack it on the board and then I'll go back to the payment options, please, Shane. I'll cut that in a second. Rightio, so the best way to get a Thermomix, I think, is to join our team and earn a Thermomix. So we would be more than happy to have you in Team Thermofans or Team Lisa in Armidale, which I don't know if you've got a team name yet, Lisa, but up in Armidale, if you've come because Lisa's invited you, she's got a lovely team, or she will have a lovely team up there soon. So earning a Thermomix is really easy. Chat to your consultant or to me about that. We've got a special at the moment. Normally the kit that we're showing you here is $125 and at the moment it's only $63.50, $62.50 actually. You can do a $1 donation to me for letting you know about it. $62.50 because it's half price at the moment till the 25th, I think, or anyway, it's till soon. So talk to me ASAP if you want the half price business kit. Now the other options are that you can pay one-off payment, $2,359 with your PayPal, your credit card, or the bank deposit straight with cash or direct deposit on your internet banking. Now, we've got 36 months interest free, so this is a really affordable way to get your Thermomix, $16.83 a week, and that ends on the 12th of August. So that is only just around the corner. When is that, Shane? That's Thursday, is it? Anyway, the 12th of August. So you've got to get in quick if you want 36 months interest free, and paying your Thermomix off weekly or monthly is a really, like I said, is a really affordable way to try and fit it into your food budget, because we don't know anybody that can't save $16.83 a week by having a Thermomix. So chat to your consultant if you need to figure out how you're going to fit that one in. Now, we also have your Easy 3. So this is a good one if you don't want to pay the $2,359 in one go. You can pay the $1,009, gets your Thermomix on order and to you in 10 days, and then 30 days later you pay your $700, and then 30 days after that you pay your next $700. So that's Easy 3, and that's all. That's all the payment options. Thank you, Shane. Is it? Pretty sure, did we miss one? No, that's all. So now, a little bit extra is okay. It is, did I say that again? Oh dear. Okay, next. All you need to do is pour this over this, and you're done. So look at this sauce. Oh my gosh, it's the best. It's like thick, nice. Oh, I love this. Now I'm going to scrape every little bit of this off because I adore this sauce. I made sushi with the kids the other day, and Wes wanted teriyaki chicken for the sushi. And I was like, oh no, that's too hard, but Wes, I don't know how to do that. And then afterwards, after I told him he couldn't have it, I realised I could just make this with the chicken and skip the veggies and then pour this sauce on the chicken, and I would have teriyaki chicken for sushi. Anyway, next time he'll be able to have that. Rightio, so there we go. There we have our stir-fried chicken teriyaki. Now let me just dish some of that up, and I'll show you the pizza as well. Oh, so good. If you've got any questions, make sure you whack them in the chat and we can answer those for you. This is my lunch, late lunch. Make sure you grab a couple of bits of broccoli each. There you go. Like I said, I would normally serve that on rice, but it'd be fine just with a piece of pizza as well, which is how we're having it today. Let me grab my knife. Oh, cheese pizza for the win. Look at that. Rightio, so there you have it. Oh, that's not very neatly. I'll do a Huey. There we go. Rightio, so there is our chicken teriyaki. Oh, you can't really see that. Maybe go to the big camera for me, Shane. Thanks, Del. And our cheese pizza. Done. Now, have we told them everything, Shane? I feel like I've gone really quick today. What do you think? I've done it all. Excellent. Rightio. So if anybody wants to come off mute and ask any questions, or if you've got anything to say, hop off mute now. This is your chance. Otherwise, thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much to those people who invited their friends to come. Your consultant will be in touch with you and send you your host reward link. Okay, you'll be able to get a thermo server or a bread mat. Thank you so much. And I'm not sure when our next virtual cooking experience is, Janelle, do you know? No. Janelle's like, how would I know? You're the one that does them. It's at the end of this month. So we have got another one for August. So make sure if you want to come along, we'll be cooking something different, and you can invite your friends along to that one as well. But thank you so much for joining us. Bye for now. No worries. Gemma and